Welcome back to OVC Media Day, presented by CenterPoint Energy. I'm trying to flip through my notes. I know Tennessee Tech is here because I know these two guys, but I want to make sure I introduce properly Ty Perry and head coach John Pelphrey. Welcome, gentlemen. Good to see you.
It's great to be here.
It's great to be back in person, right, John? It really is.
It really is. It's been a lot of learning for everybody the last couple of years, and our sports changed a lot with some of the things we do. Obviously, the way we live has changed some as well, but just feels a little more normal, and that always feels good.
I'm going to get back to you in just a moment, but I got to know how a guy from the northeastern part of the United States ends up in Cookeville. So you've got to give me that story, Ty. Go ahead.
It's a different transition, but just definitely due to Coach Pell and the staff, man. It's unbelievable recruitment. I couldn't ask for a better place to be.
Okay, and I also have to understand, since we're kind of Nashville area folks, although we're in Evansville today, is it Lafayette or Lafayette?
Lafayette.
It's Lafayette.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to make sure I asked that. So that's how they pronounce it in the Northeast, right?
Yes.
So you really had a hard time when Lafayette, Tennessee is not far from the campus in Cookeville, and you heard it mispronounced, right?
Yeah, I definitely heard about it.
Did you correct the locals on that?
No, I didn't correct them.
Okay, I had to ask that.
When in Rome.
That's exactly right. You've been to some exotic places too, John. That's for sure. Up and down challenges for you in this program, and you got a brand new roster almost. Kind of touch on that, if you would, John.
Yeah, we put a lot of hard work in the last few years, and we're excited about the opportunity. Certainly love working for Dr. Oldham and Mark Wilson. And we've made a little progress. Certainly want to make more, and I think we're positioned to do that this year. And Ty is, since he's been with us, starting in the summer, he has not missed a day. And I'm not saying about basketball. He has not missed a day in terms of leader, focus, developing relationships. He has surpassed what we thought that we were getting in the recruiting process. And I would say he has modeled this, but I think we got some other guys, and I think he would tell you this too, that are right there with him. I think we got a competitive group of guys, attitude and body language. They value leadership, and that's just a great place to start. So we're super excited about this. I haven't felt like this about a basketball team probably since 2014. That was our team that didn't lose for over 100 days at Florida with Patrick Young and Will Yeget and Scotty Wilbekin. Just an all-in type of mentality, and I think that's where we are with this group of guys. Certainly we got a lot of room for growth, and we got to do that and progress and move towards our potential. But when you have young men like this sitting beside me that their words and their actions match up, that is super exciting for the head coach.
So Coach talked about your recruitment as graduate and all of the elements there, but what attracted you to Cookeville and Tennessee Tech?
Like I said, coach, staff, but just knew who they were bringing in. My teammates are great guys, man. I can't ask for any better human beings. And just getting to know them, and it makes me feel so comfortable on and off the court that I can't be thankful enough.
Coaches talk about this a lot, Ty, but I kind of want to ask from the player perspective. With all of these new faces on this club, and you can say that about your teammates and all of that, how quickly does it take for a team to, quote, gel or come together? Is that something that's current term, but organic, or is that something that somebody has to be the alpha dog in? What does that look like to get to that kind of resolution?
With this core group of guys, it's like I've known them forever. Just getting to know them, like Coach Pell said, you have to build those relationships. And over the summer, we definitely got them closer. It's like these guys are family. It's like, their background, what they told me and stuff. It's like everybody's background match up. Everything is the same. And with that being said, those group of guys, man, their heart is in the right place at all times. You know what I mean? And Coach Pell touched on competing. Every day it's a competing type of mentality, and you'll never get a flaw out of those guys. They come to work every day.
How excited are you with this new group that you brought in and the kind of progressions that Ty's been talking about among the team?
This is the way it's supposed to feel.
Okay. Do you
again,
feel like you've achieved that now? Because
we've definitely,
okay.
I think sometimes when people think things are falling apart, they're actually falling into place. We've embraced the new way of doing things in college basketball. Sometimes, in order to have progress, you got to have change. And you hear this young man sitting beside me talk about leadership, love, family, being a competitor. That's real. I had a chance to watch this for 25 workouts in the summer, another 25 so far here in the fall. When that is your starting point, you got a shot at anything, of doing anything. When you talk about basketball, Ty and a couple of other teammates, especially to guard spot, are bringing a defensive toughness to our team that we haven't had. We would just get run over to guard spot, in the past. Our overall basketball IQ has risen, which is exciting because we play basketball. And then shooting.
This guy's good, too. To match a basketball IQ of Coach Pell's pedigree is pretty good.
And shooting is
a tall task.
Shooting is important. And I feel like that we've been able to address that across the board. So with some of the things that we've been able to do already, with the things that we feel like we've been able to address through recruiting in the spring, we are super optimistic and excited and come to work every single day. We've got to be our best for these guys because I really believe they're going to give us their best.
Talk a bit about this schedule you put together. It's pretty travel-some, shall we say.
Yeah, I think our schedule is really challenging, and we're okay with that. We want to have a good competitive schedule. I think one of the great challenges, obviously, for all of us is your non-conference schedule. And you got to battle Thanksgiving, you got to battle Christmas, you got to battle fall breaks, you got to battle all these things. Then you got New Year's before your conference play starts. Becomes really hard, because of a lot of times not a lot of people around on campus. And there's some of these things you got to do in terms of some guarantees as well. But you also want to play really good quality home and homes. You want to play some teams that you might have a chance to do well against, so you can play everybody in their roster to gain that valuable experience. So, yeah, our schedule's tough. We are excited from the standpoint that we've got more home games than we have had in the past, which I think is exciting for our players. It's exciting for our fans. I hope that'll prepare us, to get ready for this league. This league is celebrating 75 years of being a competitor in college basketball. 75 years means there's been a lot of really good leadership. A lot of people battle, be creative, learn, find new ways to do things from a leadership standpoint. But then if you know anything about the history of this league, there's been really good coaches, tremendous players. We're excited to be a part of that and try to create our own spot of history in that.
Ty, I'd encourage you to enjoy this day and meet all these new faces. And I guess everybody's new to you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Save the SID staff and Mark Wilson. John, great to see you again. Coach has got to check it out. He's got they're Jordans. We'll just leave on that note right there. Good-looking group right here from Tennessee Tech, Ty Brown, John Pelphrey. Our thanks to the entire Tennessee Tech contingent for joining us. This is OVC Media Day, presented by CenterPoint Energy, right here on ESPN+. More to come.